I don't want to complain or anything, but game dev is hard. Let me explain. 3 years ago, I watched my first Danny Dev video, and it left me with the impression that game dev was easy. He made his videos in such a way that game dev was such a fun concept, and the thought of creating something that thousands of others would play was awesome. I fell in love with the idea right away. Oh my god, that sounds cringe saying that, but like, it's kind of true as well. But that's how I felt at the time. Fast forward to about 8 months ago, I started this YouTube channel, and I wanted to inspire people like Danny inspired me. However, it became quickly obvious that game dev behind the scenes wasn't like what Danny had made it out to be. And now this isn't just Danny, but a lot of other game dev YouTubers tend to exclude, or at least mention it briefly, a lot of the bumps and roadblocks they occurred in their games just because it isn't interesting. No one wants to hear about the fact that you took 5 days to work on a camera system because of one bug. All the interesting, eye-catching stuff can honestly be done in a matter of hours. But don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming everyone else, I do the same as well. It just sucks that I wasn't told about this when I started. I guess I didn't do my research, or I guess I was too naive, whatever it may be. But I don't think that there are enough videos out there that are talking about the reality of game development. Game dev and starting the YouTube channel about game dev was probably one of the best decisions I have made. I got to meet so many like-minded people who were also interested in game dev, and to be fair, they made such a good support network that when I was having some troubles or I was in a rough patch with game development, I could talk to and not feel guilty about not doing any progress because they were experiencing similar things. So I think it's really important that you surround yourself with other people who are also interested in the same stuff you are. And the connections I made with these people were so strong that we even started a podcast together, which is crazy to think of that 8 months ago when I started my channel, I'd be discovered by a few other YouTubers and then eventually talk to people on literally the other side of the world. Game dev is also really rewarding when you make a game and you get positive feedback on it. It is honestly the best feeling, but it's that feeling that is sometimes a detriment. You see, newer game devs and older game devs as well can make the honest mistake of overscoping their game. They'll have an initial vision for it, which is fine, but as time goes on and they work on the game, they tend to add features over time, and slowly it creeps into becoming a bigger game. The main point about feature creep is that you can get to a point where you're adding so many new features that you'll never be able to finish the game. So this actually happened to me as well. I made the mistake of adding too many features to my game, and it ended up being not fun. So what I had to do is make the hard decision to delete 4 months of progress. And it hurts to say, but it's for the best. And sometimes game dev is just that. It's not a linear progression, but that's fine. That's the reality of game dev. Now, one last thing I would love to touch on is kind of the elephant in the room, why I haven't uploaded consistently, what happened to my upload schedule. Essentially, life got in the way. I was feeling discouraged about some of the videos I was putting out, some of the devlogs especially. I was spending probably the most time making those, and they weren't performing as well as some of my other videos. So I got discouraged about sharing my progress on games, and in turn got discouraged about making the game. And it was kind of a combination of that and personal reasons. I was busy. It's hard to put game dev above family, above work, and above school. And game dev isn't like a lot of other hobbies that in your free time you get to relax and you can do it for like an hour or so. It takes time to make a game. It takes a lot of time. Game dev just gets pushed to the side, and that's what happened. But you can always find time for it if you're looking hard enough. And that's why recently I've started to get back into the swing of things, and obviously making videos as well. And to be fair, the novelty wore off. I'd already met all these wonderful people, and I thought that was it. I've already met these people. Why should I be posting more videos if I've already been discovered and I can talk to these people and I can just make games and not worry about posting videos? I forgot about the reason why I even got there in the first place, which is you guys, the people who are watching the video. If you could take one thing away from this video, it would be, don't give up. Game dev is always going to be hard at some point. You're going to hit a block, you're going to hit some bumps along the way, but what makes great game developers is ones that can push through the troubles. And I think that's a really important thing to know. If you do want to check out more stuff from me, you can check out the Overscope podcast, where me and a few other game developers are releasing weekly episodes about all things game dev. Also, I've created a Discord server, so if you want to connect with other game devs or are interested in joining, make sure to check that out. The link will be in the description, but that's all from me for now. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.